Hello and welcome to New York Sofalites. There's a lot going on in the world, and we have a lot of opinions about it. Is that our tagline?
Yeah, we have a lot of serious opinions on some unserious topics.
Yes.
But kind of serious topics this last couple of weeks.
And I feel like I should know our tagline after a year now. We have been doing this a year, but I will relearn it. There's been some serious stuff going on. New Secret Lives of Mormon Wives developments.
The saga continues.
Yeah. So who wants to recap the Jessie interview?
I think, Stephanie, you brought this to our attention, so do you want to give us the overview?
Sure. But feel free to chime in because I'm sure it won't be perfectly comprehensive. But yeah, Jessie, who's now going by Jessie Draper.
Love that for her.
Yeah, her original name, again.
What was her married name? It almost sounded Italian.
I think it's Japanese.
Oh, Japanese.
It looked Japanese to me, but
I think
I
Jordan
saw
might be
someone
like
say
part
it was
Japanese.
like Samoan or like, I don't know.
We are confused. We're immediately confused. I'm so sorry.
Not Cora? I'll look it up while you talk. Name origin.
Okay. Well, yeah, she dropped.
It is Maori.
Maori. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he must have some Maori.
Is that like Aboriginal Australian?
Yeah, New Zealand. Yeah.
Okay.
So, which is very unusual. I honestly thought it was Japanese. So I had never heard of anyone who's like a native Australian living in the U.S.
No, especially not like living in Utah.
Of all places. Yeah.
Of all places. Yeah.
As always, I have more and more questions.
More questions than answers.
So many questions about Utah and the show. But Jessie was on, Jessie returned to her original name, and she was on the Call Her Daddy podcast this week. I think as of recording, it might have been released yesterday. And she told Jordan, who's the ringleader of so-called dad talk, her husband, that she wants a divorce.
Gretchen was laughing at a scare quote that I did for the camera.
But according to her on this podcast, she told him she wanted a divorce, and they decided it would be mutual, and they'd like state irreconcilable differences, but then he ran to beat her to filing and cited her quote unquote affair with Marciano, and tried to also
his buddy
have
Marciano, his
BFF,
new BFF,
like friends.
Marciano.
Yeah, they were at Vanderpump Villa together. They're besties. And he also tried to get some sort of like clause in his filing saying that Jessie couldn't go on any podcast or like talk about him.
What?
Which was
I don't remember that. Sorry.
Denied. Yeah.
Must have
I
spaced
think
out
that's
that point.
because it's not a thing.
Yeah.
I think exactly. I don't think you can't you can't take someone's
can't be like gag
right
order
to free speech away.
No, you can't enforce a gag order
just for a divorce
unilaterally.
Yeah. No,
for a divorce.
That's not how this works. Yeah. So she subsequently went on the Call Her Daddy podcast and kind of was like, okay, the gloves are off. Like, we were gonna file together, but
TMZ texted her, right?
Yeah, you ran to TMZ, like you filed before me. And she's like, okay, so like here's the thing. Like, yeah, I kissed Marciano, but allegedly, according to her, she did it 2 weeks after finding out that Jordan had been like seeing escorts and like going to these like orgy parties, which again, like if that's your bag, if that's like your agreement, fine, but like that was all behind her back. that wasn't something she had agreed to. And yeah, and that's where it went. Like, she just kind of aired some dirty laundry, and
all
it
of this
was
had taken
very
place
interesting.
early, during the airing of season 1 of the show or something like that.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
so
it
he's
was
just
like,
asserting he felt secondary or something. He's like, I'm gonna go see escorts, or I don't know.
well, yeah, and it sounds like it
I have a lot
happened
of questions.
before they were really on the air. Like, I'm kind of not clear. I think in the podcast she makes it clear what the timeline was, but I think it was maybe they had shot the first season, but it hadn't aired. So he wasn't aware of how, it was going to be a popular show. And then when she approached him about it, because I guess one of the escorts messaged her on Instagram or something.
As you do.
Yeah. And sent
A girl's
screenshots,
girl.
and
Yeah.
this escort had his number, which how else would she have his number? And she approached Jordan about it, and he gaslit her and was like, "Oh, we're in Hollywood now. People are gonna try to break us up. People, it's like AI, whatever, whatever."
Yeah, AI
And
is texting her. The AI is texting her
and that was
an escort.
AI
2 or 3
orgies.
years ago, before AI was even that good. So yeah,
That's
I
true.
know,
I feel like
that
now
that
AI
would have been
might
a pretty
be.
bold claim a few years ago, to just be like, "Oh, it's AI." Come on. Yeah. Um, and like, shockingly, even though he hasn't worked for years, apparently, she's the breadwinner, not just the breadwinner, but she's supporting them.
Mm-hmm.
And when she said, I do want a divorce, he was like, "Okay, well, you can go sleep in the guest room." And
Wild.
she was like, "I don't think this is a safe space for me right now." So she went to a hotel. She's the one who had to leave because this guy who won't work, who won't, whatever, is
Yeah.
holding her house hostage.
It kind of
It's
sounded though
insane.
like she did not even think, she has internalized this patriarchal situation so much so that she didn't even push back on that much. She was like, "Well, he said I could sleep in the guest room and I didn't want to, so I went to a hotel," which is not how I would have handled that situation.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
If it were my home, if I were on the deed and this man was not contributing, absolutely fucking not.
I mean, we know that she has left the LDS church, so she's no longer LDS. It's been that way for a couple of years, I guess. But I do feel honestly, she just seems really scared of him. So maybe.
Well, that's what I
just,
thought too, because I feel like she's never said that anything physical has happened. I'm not gonna speculate on that, but the way, I feel like the way she is acting, she left the house, that to me signals she's not feeling safe, she's feeling scared, and maybe she just doesn't know where, his limits are, and so she just thinks, rightfully so, it's probably better to just extract herself from the situation for now, which sucks because her kids are there, but I don't think she'll have any trouble getting, custody of her kids or anything.
Yeah.
No. Well, I mean, who knows in Utah with the situation being what it is, with the Mormon church and all of their power, who knows what the courts are like in that situation. Who knows? But hopefully she's able to get custody and sell that house and move on, because it sounds like, we knew that guy was a disaster before we even heard about any of this.
Yeah.
Escorts and the alleged orgies, which I really have a lot of questions about in the interview with Call Her Daddy. She was like, yeah,
what?
well, so she was like, what kinds of things was he doing? And, she talked about the escorts thing. And then she was like, yeah, and he was apparently paying for these parties. And, the interviewer was like, what kind of parties? And she was like, Well, I just have to assume that they were orgies because what other kind of party would you have to pay for? And to me, that seemed like a leap.
It's a little bit of like you could pay
I
if
feel
you're
like
paying like 3 escorts, you could be paying them all to go out to dinner with you.
you
That's
could
a
also
yeah.
just be paying the tab for a party. Like
Yeah.
we've all thrown parties that have had like pretty substantial tabs. Like I
Yeah.
don't think that you have to assume that it was an orgy. I think
Yeah.
that this is sounding to me like she wanted the word orgy to be in the word cloud.
It's possible
Maybe.
that with his behavior, she just jumped to that conclusion.
She
It's
assumes
possible
the
also,
worst, and
yeah,
the worst is orgy.
Yeah.
Well, he is
And, I
best
mean-
friends with Dakota, so
Yeah.
that's probably the worst. But that could also that
It
could
just-
also point to some.
If the worst thing these people ever did was like soft swinging and, you know, I don't even know like what an escort really is in the year 2026. Like, I need to know more, I guess. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
and how was she not? She was like, we shared a bank account, like their financials were entwined. How did she not know what he was up to? Like, how to?
Yeah, that's a good
I
question.
gotta assume though. I mean, I'm sure she has an accountant who could have and should have brought that to her if something looked weird. But I'm sure with everything that she does, she's not looking at her day-to-day stuff that closely.
And
I
I think
don't
he was
know.
working at that point, so maybe she was less
Oh.
concerned
Yeah,
with.
maybe.
I mean, if I were the only breadwinner in the family, I'd probably like be keeping a much sharper eye on things than if I,
Yeah, you got to
was
keep an
splitting
eye on your
things.
finances.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I do anyway, but yeah, if I was the only one, but I'm less.
But she does basically have like 3 jobs, and she's a mom, so it's like 4 jobs.
That's
So-
true. It
That's
just seems
true.
like if you were like, I need to go back in the bank statements and substantiate these orgies, that would be pretty easy to do. Like,
yeah, no, she could go back in her bank statements unless he just withdrew a bunch of cash.
oh, you know
Then,
what?
like,
Maybe
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
escorts probably are kind of a
probably
cash business.
cash.
yeah. I mean, like I have literally done that for my bosses, like gone through their bank statements and highlighted things for
When
tax
they were
purposes.
like, we
No.
have to make sure no one finds out about this orgy that we threw on
No,
company
it
time.
was more like
That's where I thought you were headed. I was
It was like
wow,
it was
you're
in
such
college
a
when I was
good
like
boy.
working. No, I
When
was
Gretchen was in charge of the company orgy, she had to make sure.
I couldn't even be a part of them. I just had to.
They all come back
I had
from
to keep
conferences
track
and
of
they're like,
them.
Gretchen, fix it.
Yeah. No, I was in college and I was just working for a professor, and like for expensive reasons, I had to go through like her bank statements and be like, this was a dinner for people helping on this project, and this was so that she could write it off or whatever.
And we
so.
assume that someone is doing that for Jessie, and maybe that's
Yeah.
how she found out about the orgies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, like maybe she got this message as well from the escort, but that's like a spicier the story for Call Her Daddy than, oh, my accountant flagged this
I mean,
this
if
withdrawal
Right.
at an
Like,
Well,
if
I
he
mean,
withdrew,
it could
like-
be both.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because if he withdrew like $1,500, let's say, and she thinks he's like picking up the tab for an orgy, it could just be a really expensive escort, or he could be just like she doesn't know what that cash is for.
I guess,
so
like,
yeah, unless there's like
what
Orgy Incorporated is not a thing. Like, she
So
doesn't know what
orgy
it's-
says to me that it's like a group of kind of like-minded individuals that all have like consented to participate, and they wouldn't be getting paid. Like,
Yeah, I don't
unless-
understand like why
Yeah.
you pay for an orgy, but maybe I'm just
Exactly.
Well,
like,
you could pay to like go and I think you can like
well, you could pay for a hotel.
like sometimes there's like members due for like sorry, what's the word, like if you're part of like a swingers club, you might have to pay dues.
Yes, you might have to pay dues.
But
Oh.
can he just go in that by himself though? Like, wouldn't he have to bring his wife if it's like it could just be like a sex
if
club.
it's a swingers thing, but it could be just a sex club.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And maybe like it was a bar tab, like a very large bar tab that tipped
Yeah.
her off.
Yeah.
And
like
that's
at
why
a
she
sex
was
club.
thinking orgy.
Yeah,
Maybe
but
there
I
was
mean, I
just
think
like a
she
receipt for like 75 packs of Blue Chew on there.
just like a ton of condoms,
There were something made her think orgy, and we're not here to litigate what that
Well, and
was.
also let's remember, like her husband just filed for surprise divorce. She's got to be a little emotional right now.
That's true. I'd
Yeah.
like to think
So
that we've
Yeah.
helped in the last 5 minutes get orgy into the word cloud in a substantial way.
Jessie, Jordan, orgy.
Jordan had an
Jordan,
orgy
orgy,
without
Dakota. Yeah.
Jessie. Dakota was there. Maybe. We don't know.
Probably,
Maybe.
We
most
weren't
likely.
there. We don't know.
We
Well, let's
just
get
have to
serious.
assume that it was an orgy.
Dakota, if there's something like going on the down low, like nothing wrong with an orgy, but if you're doing it behind your wife's back, probably Dakota was
Dakota's
there.
probably there. It was
Yeah,
probably
yeah,
his idea.
yeah.
He
Yeah.
introduced you to the club. Well, this is so interesting though, because like the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, the show was like initially, and I mean it still is based on like, the Mormon community and women kind of stepping out of the box that they've been, accustomed to since they were young kids. And I feel like over the past season and just like the past couple weeks, things have just gotten so much deeper because like there's men pushing back. Like, I mean, we already talked about the Taylor Frankie Paul thing last week, but it's like I feel like Jessie talking about her, separation and now divorce and the emotional abuse from Jordan, like things are taking on like a much more serious meaning, I feel like. Yeah, I mean, I feel like a lot of women have like experienced, like to some extent we probably all experienced that, and you never know what's going to, help someone illuminate, you know, what's going on in their own life. And I feel like things are getting really interestingly deep and intense here. I don't know. What do you guys
Yeah.
Yeah,
think?
yeah, and same with Michaela. She just, I think, separated from her husband too, right?
God,
And
The
which one
one
is
that,
Michaela?
she's the one that has the skin thing
Oh,
that she
yes.
talks
Okay.
about, and she
she
was
got with
also
her husband when she was like 15 or 16 and he was 21.
yeah.
He still looks like
Apparently,
he's 21.
He
apparently he didn't
does.
know her age because she had moved out because she lived in an abusive household and she was living in an
Yeah, like I'm
apartment.
so sure.
I know,
Allegedly.
but I still feel like
Allegedly.
it doesn't really matter if he knew or not. Like, she needs to have her own time. Like, that's not gonna work. You can't
Yeah.
get
It's
pregnant at 16 and not have any of your own life.
This is
So,
potentially like not even his fault. It just seems like
mm-hmm,
this was never going to work out
mm-hmm,
between them. Like
mm-hmm.
he he did seem to be kind of the weak link in, you know, the whole situation. They really tried. I remember in the last season to do a therapy plot with the two of them, and
Mm-hmm.
he was like, "I just don't understand why my wife doesn't have sex with me every time I ask her to." And like, so I'm not surprised that
Yeah.
this isn't working out for
And
them.
she had like a very low sex drive because she was also like processing
Yeah, she
trauma.
was processing
Yeah.
Like,
trauma.
yeah,
She was a new mom. She has
yeah.
this
She has like
autoimmune
four
thing.
And she has literally
kids.
four
Yeah.
kids. Like, what do you expect, my
He's
dude?
not
Like,
helping.
no.
Like
Yeah.
he said maybe 4 words the entire time he was on the show. He like
Yeah.
yeah, no,
He
this
does play
man.
classical piano somehow, but
Oh, well, that's
on the
neat.
show he did.
There's a
But
redeeming quality.
that was the most noise he made the whole time. Um, I mean, he could be a nice guy. I just feel like
He
there
didn't
was
seem like a
something.
nice guy.
I don't feel like he. I don't think they were at the same level of understanding of what she needed at all. Like, I don't think he was
Yeah,
being respectful of that.
I agree. And
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
remember him just talking about his needs, like his intimate needs, and I'm like, well, like what about like your wife's need? Like your wife like objectively needs more right now. Like she's processing trauma, like she just had 4 kids.
4 kids.
And she's like
Like,
25, like 27 or something. Like, I
yeah,
don't know.
I mean, yeah, she's young for
Yeah.
and for
Yeah, they're
four
all
kids.
so
They're all
young.
so
Oh my
Oh my
young.
God.
God. Oh my God.
It's
Yeah,
wild.
that
It's
These
meme that
Mormon
says if
wives.
they had spent their 20s in the early 20s in the club, like
like
they
none of
wouldn't
this
be
would be
having all these
happening.
issues.
Oh my
And
God,
it's
it's
like
Yeah.
so
so
true.
true.
Yeah. They just
So
need
true.
to be like it's gonna be really hard. I mean, everyone has different strokes for different folks, of course, but I cannot imagine as a that person that young having the responsibility of kids and them not leaving the house until I'm like 40, maybe older, and then you have to like figure out your who you are after that. I mean, everyone says the 40s are your best decade now, but
Do
you
people
know,
say that? Okay,
yeah,
I
everyone's
think
that's
saying that.
cool.
I think they're right about that. I'm starting to, as I can like kind of, I'm getting into my like late 30s and I can kind of see my 40s out ahead of me. And I think that those people who say your 40s are the best are correct.
Yeah, that's what everyone says. Like
I'm
it
not
used to
there
be.
yet, but I
Yeah,
really, I
I'm not
feel
there
like it's
yet,
gonna be
but
good.
I'm
I think like
hopeful.
40 is supposed to be a new 30. That's basically what, because you used to mess up in your 20s and then figure things out. But then people still weren't figuring things out by the time they were 35 and they didn't realize it. Anyways, the point is, the first half of your life not having any alone time as an adult to process who you are, figure out who you are.
And like that's
Yeah,
That
traumatic
would be
in and of
so hard.
itself.
yeah,
Yeah,
Like
that's a good point.
yeah.
I'm traumatized at the end of a day when I have not gotten a single minute alone
I
by
know,
myself.
I
And like
know.
I'm in my late 30s and have had plenty of time to process things.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I can only
True.
imagine. These women really, I do think that these women really are doing their best.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think that
Yeah.
these men are not rising to the occasion, obviously. And I'm so frustrated with all of the headlines this week that are like, we don't care about dad talk. But then, like, you wrote like 1,000 word article about
Dad
that.
talk.
So,
Yeah.
like, what I have to say is that we don't care about dad talk and then just shut the fuck up about
Yeah.
dad
Yeah.
talk.
We're not
I don't
We
want
giving
to.
don't
you any time.
need to
Yeah.
talk about dad talk. Like,
I don't want to see another picture of these assholes in the cut. I simply do not want it. Like,
I
just,
know. What
it's
is
neither
enough.
do I.
happening? Yeah, and also the show is not about them and they're getting way too much screen time and I'm
Nothing is
upset
about
about it.
them. I know. I
Yeah.
feel like, and now we have to cap our discussion of dad talk so that we don't become part of the problem.
I know. Yes. Moving on.
Moving on.
Yeah. Though I think everything feels a little messy for them right now. Like everyone's divorcing except for Macy and Whitney, right? So we're separating.
Yes. Okay.
I
Macy's
guess
the blonde
so.
one.
Macy's the blonde one, and Whitney's the one whose husband is going bald.
He does magic.
And, and he
He
does
does magic.
magic.
He's actually seems very supportive. Like I really like him. Connor, he's great. He's
I
not part of Dad Talk.
would
So.
watch a show where the two of them bop around the country doing magic and tap dancing or whatever she
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
I think it would be great.
Yeah, that would be great. But yeah, so things just keep getting darker for Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
It is. It's so dark.
Will the
Yeah.
mom talk survive this? I actually don't know. So we'll
That's
find
what
out.
Jessie
That's
said.
that's what Jessie said. That's right. Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
though that like this came at a really auspicious moment too for Jessie to be doing that. And like I did feel like a lot of this interview was like, you know, Alex lobbing pre-approved questions at her and Jessie reading from a script or like having memorized what she was going to say about like really specific things. And that's okay, but she messed up in like one of the parts where she was like she said something, she was talking about something else and she was like, "Yeah, well Taylor is my best friend." And like previously, because she's supposed to say this, she was saying that like the two remaining mom talk moms were her best friends and like they're, you know,
Oh
whatever. Like
yeah,
she's like
Macy and
we
Michaela.
yeah,
Yeah.
she's like Macy and Michaela are my best friends and like that was like a rehearsed thing that she was saying. But then like later on when she got out on a tangent, she was like, "Yeah, and Taylor's my best friend." And I think that a little bit of this is like, she's like, if I can go on this podcast and get divorced really publicly and take some of the heat off of Taylor at a time when like we really don't need to be scrutinizing her anymore, like
Mm-hmm.
I think we can all feel good about that. And I think that Jessie
Yeah.
feels good about that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and I was
Yeah.
glad this week that all of the headlines were going to be about Jessie and saying that we don't care about dad talk and not like whatever is going on with Taylor, because hopefully she's finding peace and getting help.
Yeah. Yeah, we hope Taylor's like doing what she needs to do to heal and
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So
and
that's what's
Dakota
going
can
on.
also bow out
Yeah.
of whatever is
The
happening.
only thing that would be good if Taylor took a break from filming, if they all get back together except Taylor, I would be very sad, but I would be glad I never had to see Dakota again. So that would be
Yeah.
He just makes me cringe now. Like I feel like even since the last time we talked, like the more I think about like I still have, I still feel like Taylor's behavior was, there's no excuse, given the video and everything. But like the more I think about how Dakota went about it, like running to TMZ most likely with this video on their son's birthday, like right before The Bachelorette is supposed to premiere. It's so gross.
It's
Like
icky.
he's just gross. He's had this video for 3 years and suddenly now he's going to release it and now he wants full custody. Like, come on. Like,
Yeah.
give me a break.
And you
Yeah.
can totally
Ugh.
see him and Jordan like behind the scenes like hyping each other up, being like, let's go to
Yeah,
TMZ. Like let's leak this stuff to TMZ, like trying
yeah,
to like I don't know, make some kind of like career move out of this
yeah.
horrible situation in their
And
families'
like
lives.
you can just imagine Dakota like talking to what's his face and saying like, yeah, no, you should go file first and like you should beat her to it. And
Mm-hmm.
it's like gross. Like, give me a break. Like, she's gonna pay you alimony because you don't have a job.
Mm-hmm.
You want to be in your masculine, but you like won't work.
But you won't
Like,
get a fucking job.
Yeah.
like just.
Absolute loser.
And there's a nanny. Like, he doesn't take care of the kids, you know?
She says he
So.
golfs a lot. Like,
Mhm.
Ugh.
and like I would, yeah. I mean, if there's any libido killer in the world, like,
It's a man who golfs.
and won't work. Like, come on. Like,
Yeah.
does
Yeah.
it get much more bleak? I don't. I mean, I'm sure it does, but that's pretty bad.
Definitely gets bleaker, but
It's like it does get worse than that. Like,
As
I
the one of us
know.
who's out there.
yeah, I could tell you if that was offered to me, I'd be like, well, why aren't you working? Are you having?
Are you
Can't date
independently
potential.
wealthy?
That's yeah.
Are you trying to find a job? Are you?
Are you a
know-
golf pro?
Yeah.
Do
Are you
own
teaching
the golf course?
Are you teaching
Yeah.
golf? Are you a
Are you
caddy?
the owner of
Are
said
you
golf establishment?
trying to become a pro? Questionable. Are you? Is this your part-time thing while you make art? I don't know. Like,
Are
I have
you
to ask questions.
posting golf talks?
I have to ask questions.
Talk.
I can't write it off right away, unfortunately. So, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, we can't date potential. That's
We can't date
No.
potential, and we
I'm
cannot
too old
potentially
to.
date
I'm
golfers.
too old to date potential. Yeah. When you're 20, you think you can do it. Not anymore.
Yeah, when you're 20, it's like everyone's just potential. But then, like,
Yeah.
whatever, I'm not sure what age, it's probably a little different for everyone, but you get past a certain age and you're like, yeah, like most of these people that say they're going to do X, Y, and Z are just not. And you gotta
No.
just focus on
Yeah.
the ones that are doing it.
Yeah. It is really funny when I mean, just thinking about relationships and people doing what they say. You're like, oh, people don't do what they say they're going to do. And you're like, oh, that was shocking to me. I was like, wow. Okay.
When did you come to this realization?
I still have trouble with it, to be honest, when people
It's like this
say
morning.
things. Yeah, no, yeah, there was a particular instance where I remember I was in a relationship and like like the thing that was going to happen came up like for the sixth time in 3 years, and I was like, oh, so it's not going to happen.
You're like,
And then
oh.
like he told me one thing, and then later he's like, oh well, I made that up, and I was like, oh, so anything could be made up. Anyways.
So we're not completely unfamiliar with the world of gaslighting.
Yeah.
Similar to Jessie.
We're not.
Yeah.
Draper?
Yes.
Draper. Yes.
Draper. I really love that for her. It's giving like Dawn Draper. It's giving like Draper James. It's like it's a strong name for a business lady. I think it's good.
It is. I like it.
Jessie Styles. Yeah. She should be Jessie Draper Styles. That's what it should be.
Maybe she will be when she comes out with like her own line of like products. They can be Jessie Draper products.
That's a good idea. Like dry shampoo and stuff, because she does make extensions. But she does sell those already.
She makes them? What does she make them out of?
I'm sure she doesn't make them.
Hair?
Yes, I'm sure what she does is like how most people sell them is they like blend colors together, and then
so they buy
look at this.
the hair and they blend the
and they either
sure
I guess they dye it, or they just blend certain colors, like sew these two together or whatever, these two colors in a natural way or whatever. I don't know, I'm not sure. So yeah.
Well, this is a world that we can't wait to see Jessie explore, and I hope that we get to go along on this journey with her.
Yeah. And congratulations, Jessie.
Yeah, you're free of that little monster. Yeah.
You're free, and now you don't have to pay for any more orgies, and we applaud you.
Good job, Jessie. You're in your Renaissance era, your Phoenix era, like Michaela, and hopefully Taylor one day. So.
Yes to all of that. You know who is not in their Phoenix era is, I feel like we can't wrap up without talking about the other big news from this week, which is back to our theme from a couple weeks ago of piling on. I have to pile on Chappell Roan for being banned from the city of Rio de Janeiro. Which is the wildest thing I think I've ever heard in my entire life.
Yeah, I mean... feel like
the city of Carnival has said, no,
you can't come
Chappell
back.
Roan, your behavior is too wild for us.
That's insane. Also, like,
does anyone want to summarize like why? Like, the Cliff Notes.
The long and the short of this is that Chappell Roan was staying at the same hotel as one of Jude Law's 7 children and her mother and stepfather. And the child like wandered across the lobby to kind of like take a look at Chappell Roan, and then
because they were a huge fan, right?
Because they were a huge fan. Yeah, like she was going to the Lollapalooza concert and she was like very excited about it. She's a child. She's an 11-year-old child. And then, you know, she went back to her table, and then one of Chappell's security guards came over and yelled at her and made her cry and was yelling at her mother, saying that you're not raising your daughter right. I can't believe that you would like gawk at a celebrity in a hotel. And like the whole thing was just like absolutely bizarre. And this did not happen in the city of Rio de Janeiro, but the mayor of the city of Rio de Janeiro piled on and was like, Chappell Roan, you are no longer welcome in my city on the complete other side of the country.
Oh my God. Yeah.
So basically it's been a tough week all around for Brazil and Chappell and Jude Law's progeny.
I didn't realize it was Jude Law's daughter.
I think that's why it got so much traction.
Oh, I thought
Also,
it was like
her
some soccer
stepdad
player's
wrote, like-
daughter or soccer player.
Yeah, so the soccer player is the stepdad.
Okay.
And he wrote a really long post about the whole situation.
Okay.
He did.
Like,
He was like, I can't
admonishing Chappell Roan.
believe that you would like have your security guard come and like yell at a child and like, don't you know that we are also celebrities? Which questionable, but like
Maybe
it
in
was
Brazil.
maybe in Brazil. Maybe he's a big deal in Brazil.
Probably. Yeah. I mean,
But
And the
anyway.
security guard came out and said that he had talked to this girl like unprompted. Like Chappell Roan didn't ask him to do that, allegedly.
Well, Chappell also made a video saying like, I didn't ask, this was not my security guard. I didn't ask him to do anything. Like, people are strange, don't yell at children. But then like she
But then she
didn't
also said
really
like good job to security, didn't she too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She seemed like she may have been on some substances.
Yeah. I mean,
You
Didn't
can't
seem
be
like
on
she was
both
taking it
sides of
particularly
this.
seriously.
I'm all about like having boundaries and stuff. I don't think we need to cancel Chappell Roan. I think she does advocate for a lot of good things. She might not be a person I want to hang out with, but I also
Yeah.
don't love that a child cried because of this. Like that's pretty awful. And I can feel so viscerally like what that child was probably feeling. And
Yeah,
like
that's
to have
awful. You're like
your celebrity that you like came all the way to Brazil to see, or like maybe they were already in Brazil, I don't know. But like yeah, like that sucks.
yeah.
But also she
Yeah.
also seemed to have a good time at the rest of the music festival,
That's good. Yeah.
which is cute for her. And I don't know.
And she's a
Well,
kid. And
What a bizarre story, too, because,
I mean,
like,
this is not the same at all, but a lot of people love my dog when I walk around the neighborhood.
your dog is basically the Chappell Roan of the
Yeah,
West Side.
and they come
okay,
up
and
and
you're
they
the security guard?
a lot of people, a lot of children come up and say, "Can I pet your dog?" And I'm always like, "Yes, just don't, just be gentle. Don't pull her tail. Don't touch her paws." And
She
it's
doesn't
fine.
like that.
Yeah. And I'm gonna say she might try to jump on you. I'm training her out of it, but she loves kids. And so
Chappell does not love kids. She did absolutely nothing
She says she does, but
to like ameliorate this situation at all. Like she could have given that girl backstage passes. She could have made a video with her.
Yeah.
yeah.
Once she found out that this was like a fellow celebrity child, like
She could have
really
smoothed it over. Yeah.
she could have smoothed it over in a way that would have satisfied Jude Law and the rest of the public, but
Yeah, but and if a kid
she
came
elected
up
not to.
if a kid came up to my dog and was like, "Can I pet your dog?" and I'm still going with this metaphor, and I was like, "Not today," I'd be like, "Normally, yes, but the dog is really dirty right now, and she just got into a little, she's just not in a good mood, so let's not today. But we'll be around again." That's what I would say.
Now,
But ask
do
me
you
next time.
think though by like here's the thing. This was like in a luxury hotel, like where the talent for this music festival is staying, but she was like out in the open in the lobby, like I guess having breakfast. It's like you don't like if you
Yeah.
really don't want to be bothered by
Have breakfast
other
in your room.
celebrities' children, have breakfast in your room. Like there's no reason
Yeah.
to like.
Yeah.
But also like Chappell's, we know her to be incredibly borderline, and like no one can explain her behavior on a normal day, let
Yeah.
alone a day when you're like in Brazil. So
Yeah, she gives off very early 20s vibes to me. Yeah.
absolutely.
She
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
She does. At least she left, was it her management company when
Yeah, the Epstein thing.
they were linked to the Epstein files? So, like, that's
Yeah.
good.
No, it's
She's,
like I'm
yeah.
glad she did that.
But it's like very early 20s. It's like she's taking a stand for what she believes in, and like sometimes it's like really good and like well founded, and sometimes it's like
I just
you
don't
don't know
know
where the line is.
if
Like
boundaries is the standard. It's like your PSA is about boundaries. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know that
mean-
I would say that Chappell is an expert in that
Yeah,
arena.
like sure, be polite to people. Don't interrupt people. If you don't generally want to be like, I'm going to interrupt your dinner to go take a picture of you or take, that seems rude.
Sure,
But like,
that's not
it's a
what
kid.
happened. Like,
Yeah,
this
it's
is-
not the
Yeah.
same thing.
And, like,
she just
she-
looked.
She just looked.
Yeah,
Like, she
Yeah.
could have just been like passing by. Like I don't know.
yeah,
I think the parents like made it worse,
yeah.
but still. Like,
But if the
it's
kid
not-
cried, I would be upset too. I think, but yeah.
she's
Yeah.
like the only drag performer that children are crying over, like children are afraid of. Like I don't know what's happening.
You say drag performer?
Yeah.
I mean, she basically is a drag performer.
Yeah.
Well, she's more like a clown performer, right?
Yeah. She's like a French.
My kids are
Clown.
very afraid of clowns, so they would probably be terrified
I'm
of Chappell
afraid of
Roan.
clowns. Yeah, I'm afraid of
Well, I think
clowns.
she broke through after someone said, like, I think you're really a drag queen, and that, like, when she took on that persona, that's when she stepped into her
Mm,
power as
I
a
see.
performer.
Okay.
Yes, I have heard that story. I've also heard that story about Melissa McCarthy. So I think that like there is someone in the East Village out here telling female
Or
performers that
West
they are
Hollywood.
actually drag queens.
Yeah.
Hey, it's working for some
Yeah.
percentage, like.
Yeah.
I mean, clearly whoever it is, like if that person believes in you, you're going all the way.
Yeah. I guess
Yeah.
so. I mean, they probably told Lady Gaga the same thing. So,
That's true.
Yeah.
yeah. But,
Yeah.
all right. Well,
Yeah.
should we wrap up? Anything else you
Yes,
want to?
I think that-
Yeah.
Hope that little girl's okay. But
I'm
she
sure
seems
that
like
she's fine.
Her nice house in London, she's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, if she weren't already traumatized enough by being
having
one
Jude
of
Law's.
Jude Law's like 14,000 children by
Oh,
57
no.
women, like
Jude Law. Keep it in your pants.
he can't.
He
He's
can't.
just-
He can't stop.
He can't stop. He won't
This isn't like
stop.
this isn't like Sadie Frost kids.
He has Sadie Frost kids. He has Sienna Miller kids.
No,
Yeah,
no
I
Sienna
don't-
Miller kids.
No, he has
No,
like
No?
No Sienna
he
Miller
has so
kids,
many
yeah.
baby mamas, but not Sienna Miller.
Yeah.
I thought that they broke up because he was sleeping with a nanny. Was it a
Oh,
nanny of a
his,
different
that's
it was
child?
true.
Sadie Frost kids.
I
child.
yeah, I think that
Yeah.
was his
Yeah.
like original.
Because he was
litter,
first
and then-
married to her, and then Sienna Miller, she had a baby with Tom Sturridge, who's a different actor, and now she has like some 28-year-old boyfriend who she's having more babies with, and she's like 40.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, she seems like she's doing great.
Rock on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Rock on
Yeah.
Sienna Miller.
Yeah,
Like
she seems like
best
she's really
revenge is
nailing it.
thriving.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Jude Law, he has like he's gonna be like Clint Eastwood, who I don't know, the last time I heard he had a kid, he was like 89 or 90. Like he
I mean-
can't stop.
I mean, they can just keep doing it though, right? Like, what's to stop
Yes,
them?
I guess. Until we get male birth control. Yeah. Though the male birth control, the problem with it mainly, I guess there are two problems. We can wrap up after. But there are two problems. One is that whenever they try to do studies for it, they all get side effects that are equivalent to like women's periods, and so they stop doing them.
Unacceptable.
And then
Absolutely unacceptable. How
the
dare
other problem- I
you
know.
give these men a cramp?
and then the other problem is women don't
They
trust
have
men
golf
to take
to
it.
play.
Serenity now.
I know. Or like, or women
Like,
birth
oh
control.
my God.
And then the other problem is that women don't trust men to take it.
No,
Yeah.
we shouldn't. I
Yeah.
don't trust
I
men
don't.
to like know what our plans for Friday are. It, like, yeah. This
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like though, if you can make a male birth control pill, you can also make a male birth control patch. So like we're almost there.
That's true. You could visibly see it. But where's your patch? Yeah.
Where's your patch? Yeah.
Show me your patch. And then
Yeah.
yeah.
You could put it in one of those like diabetes
Yeah.
things that sticks on their
Yeah.
arm.
Actually,
That's-
that's a great
That's
idea.
a great idea. We should
'Cause
sell
those
that.
things,
Yes.
like,
Sharks. We have
Sharks.
can't
it.
kill 'em. Yeah.
Male birth control. It definitely. It just all the studies stop because the symptoms they say are too bad, but it's the same as like women's birth control symptoms, so they just stop. But men can't handle it. So
No, they sure can't.
yeah.
They sure can't. And we just, God bless them.
Yeah, so dads of dad talk cannot handle the basics of womanhood, and that's why they're getting divorced, I guess. So, yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I hope that
Yeah.
I hope that something good can come of this. I hope that Jessie's hair company is very successful. I have I have more questions about where she gets her hair for her hair extensions. We're gonna try to run that down.
Yeah, it's very hard to track it ethically. I have tried.
I don't.
Yeah.
I haven't tried because I don't want to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, the purchase of human hair is something that like seems so foreign to like
Mm-hmm.
yeah. It's like a strange like 19th century situation that I
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Joe March.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Right? She sold her hair, and I never really thought too much about it. But I guess it was used for extensions of some kind.
Or
Yeah.
wigs, yeah.
Or
Yeah.
probably like a powdered wig for like some kind of early like congressman or like English lawyer or something. Like it was probably for a man, honestly.
Probably, yeah.
At that
English
time.
lawyer. True,
Boy.
true. Yeah.
A barrister, you know, how
Yeah.
they're always wearing those wigs.
Oh yeah, they just like they just like plop it on their heads now. Like don't even like they don't tuck anything in. It's just
Basically
there.
a hat.
It is. It's like you ever seen Amal Clooney like in her picture with
Oh my
that?
god, she looks fabulous.
I know, it's just funny. Just like she has this like this beautiful woman with this like powdered wig just sitting on top of her
Whose
head.
She
hair.
talks about how it's not flattering on anyone. I'm like, I think it's like
I'm like,
you
I
still
think you
good
look
in it,
fine.
though.
Yeah,
Still looks
yeah.
good.
Like
And
no one's.
isn't that kind of the point? What
It
is
is.
the point
I
of
mean, it's
the barrister
no.
wig?
I actually think it's not a bad idea because it makes everyone look so stupid that
That your argument
almost like
has to be
school
really
uniforms,
Yeah.
good.
like-
yeah, because
Yeah, you're all
otherwise
kind of brought down to the same
yeah,
level.
because otherwise you're just kind of like it's whoever has the better, who's ever more convincing, and that can be related to your looks, you know.
Well, yeah,
But,
Amal Clooney would win every time.
yeah,
Yeah.
But if you know, so it brings people down to slightly more level playing field in the court. So
Okay. Yeah, you know what? I'm on board.
yeah, it is pretty dumb though. Like, I don't know. Anyways, all right. Well, all our best to the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. All of those wives. Not our
Only
best
the
to Dad
wives.
Dogs. Yeah,
Only
the husbands.
mom
Yeah.
talk.
only mom
Only
talk.
the wives.
Hashtag
Yes.
will mom talk survive this? We don't know.
We don't
Find
know.
out.
We
Yeah.
would love to believe that Mom Talk will survive this
Yeah.
Yeah.
for at least one more season.
Yes, because I do enjoy watching it. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And thank you
Yeah.
everyone for joining.
Thank you for joining us, and we
you.
will see you next time.
Yeah.